1500. And finally, if you don't have any ATs, then the range of the battlefield will be 1400 because that's the archer's basic of 1200 plus 200. Okay, so now they will understand the length of the battlefield. The next subjects to cover will be the proper layering, and in order to discuss proper layering, that is always dependent on what exactly is coming your way. As far as possible attacks, I've selected four major categories of attacks, and those would be rainbows, meaning archers with any variety of layers, a scout bombs, which is simply scouts sent to attack, a smack, which can be either a cav smack, cataphract smack, or a ram smack, and finally a mech wave. So the first basic attack would be a standard rainbow, 95k archers, 1000 in each layer with 250 cav and frags. So in case of this attack, let's see what happens if it goes through on a 5k range. Because for this given set of troops, you want to have a 5k battlefield. Move and attack. And the results, the rainbow loses of course. The defender loses the pikes, the swords, and a good number of warriors. And at the same time, the defender will gain a lot of honor, which will give the attacker a very good heal rate. The reason why for the defense you don't want to have any cavs or frags in your town is because having a 5200 range, if you use any cavs or frags, they are going to die very fast. For example, let's add a 100,000 cavs in the defender town and see what happens in the case of a rainbow attack. All the cavs are going to die along with some pikes and swords, but losing 95k archers in order to kill 100k cav when the attacker heals 50 or 65%, considering he may be using penicillin, that's a trade you don't want to have as a defense. The next type of attack we're going to cover is the scout bomb, and the reason why we have 300k warriors and 100k archer is because scouts, they will target the group with the highest total attack power. And if we go back to the barracks to look at the basic stats of all the units, what that means, the total attack of a certain group means, for example, archers have 120 attack while warriors have 50 attack. So in order for a group of warriors to have more attack than a group of archers, you would need to have about 2.2 warriors for every archers you own. So in other words, if you have 100k archers, you will need at least 220 warriors in order for the scouts to target the warriors instead of the archers. Another group of units that's used as a shield for scout bombs to archers are swords, which are much more effective because they have an attack of 100. So that means you only need 1.2 swords per archer in order to properly defend against scout bombs. So for 100k archers, you would need 120k swords to defend against scout bombs. The ultimate best shield versus scout bombs are the rams, and it's not because of their attack, because they only cover about 2 archers by having 250 attack, but it's because of their enormous life of 5000 and a defense of 160. Here is a battle report example of a scout bomb going against the defense where rams are protecting the archers and the other range units, the ballistas and catapults, against the scout bomb. And the losses are only 347 rams, as opposed to, for example, the scout bomb versus a warrior shield, which would be protecting the archers. Resource-wise, warriors wouldn't be a far worse solution to scout bombs as opposed to rams.